Hello Blender folks, welcome back to Slip.stream. So today we're gonna address animation again, 3D animation in Blender 4.5.1 LTS, and this character is Michelle. Is from I don't know the name, someone yeah, it's a free rigged model. It's actually, I like the proportions, the character style, and very cool, and that has some features that I'm not really interested in the rig, except for the control rig here for animation, of course. And for all the characters that I've downloaded, for me this is still the best, because the proportions remind me what I do myself, right? But anyways, it's a stylized cartoonish mod. I think it's very nice to animate this character. It could have more controls though, but in this version it's sort of breaking. I'm not getting the rig UI, so probably it got broken, unfortunately, so I cannot use like the custom properties. Oh yeah, they are here. Oh yeah, so actually there was nothing here. There should be bone collections here, but these probably got broken. Yeah, so at least I have the custom properties, but this is not ideal. But anyways, what I'm being able to animate this anyway. So you see I have this cycle here, so I still have to fix. So I already did on my own, right, offline. There's two cycles here actually. The cycle of the, so there's two, the whole body, actually more the legs and the torso, and the torso and the legs corresponds to half here, 40, and then it repeats, but they repeat. But the arms and sometimes the shoulder, they go on a single cycle here. So this is 80 keyframes, 80 frames long, but the frame range, because it's a cycle, right, in this way we don't repeat this with here, although yeah, this with the keyframe one, right? So I think there should be other ways to do, but this is how I've learned originally. I had to double check, triple check in case of 3D, because maybe it's different, I don't know. I was facing a huge problem with the interpolation F curves when the cycle ends, but now I got it right, because I'm using this make cyclic, and then we need to make some readjustments on certain keyframe right before something, depends on the bone, of course, that we want. For me it was the hand bones here, the I key, so I had to figure out a way for these bones to, you see what was happening is that when the cycle ended, it need to repeat, then we weren't getting smooth curvature. It was like an angular stuff, so no arc of motion there. It was creepy. So but I was able to find a solution, a workaround with make cyclic F modifier, but because it will be cycling here, right? So after here it's cyclic, it makes cyclic, but then we need to fix this keyframe for the bones that we need this kind of stuff. Probably you have something broken here as well. If I even checked these calculations here, no, this seems to be correct. Maybe this is not correct. No, this is correct. This is the motion, but I was afraid maybe here, because it's where, yeah, no, it's straight, so maybe this is not a problem, but for here it was a problem because of the arc of motion that I needed to do here. So in order to fix that, I had to make, because the way I do is that this is become a brick down, so it's this keyframe, which is at the edge, which is a copy duplicate of this and of the, and probably of well, the hands don't count because they, as I said, the cycle of the hands is longer, so it would be here where the cycle of the hands end. And so this is the same as this, right? There's a copy duplicates this and this. However, so I needed to make a keyframe here and readjust the hand control bones on this frame here, so we could readjust the curvature, make this curvature work same as with the other hand, and so that would get smooth. So here, so that this one will know that what comes after is this is an interpolation F curve, but it doesn't have anything before it, so we need to before it is here. So by going here and fixing the keyframes for the hand, so we can fix the from previous. So you see previous of that keyframe, which is a breakdown, and after. And so we can sort of mimic we can reproduce the breakdown of the keyframe, so it becomes sort of an it's a big breakdown. It's a keyframe breakdown that gets interpolated from both directions, previous and after, or I don't know what is previous. Yeah, this is after, this is previous. So you need to adjust. It's weird because then it gets dismembered, right? One part we need to adjust from the immediate next keyframe for the hand, and the immediate previous keyframe also for the hand, or whichever bone that we need to fix it. So I was able to solve this problem. I haven't tested this without. Maybe this only works because it makes cyclic. Yeah. So if not, so this is specific to this kind of cyclic animations. So yeah, this might be very confusing, but if you have never tried anything like that, I've just came to see this, realized there was a problem. I was doing that, so I never seen anyone talking about this issue. So maybe people just don't understand what what they are doing. But and what needs to be done in a cycle, because this is very specific, right? Because when I created these are not connected, right? And when we make it cycle, they not necessarily connect because they are not a breakdown keyframe. It's like creating a keyframe inside these two. So it will create another interpolation F curve. Like, let's do this right now. Control T. So I'm just let's first create this, and maybe I use Shift E to make the breakdown, or even it calls breakdown, or it closer to the, I don't care, closer to the end, right? And so here we create a keyframe that will create some sort of interpolation between this keyframe and this keyframe. So there was already an F curve interpolation, and we create even another one that will split the interpolation F curve, so then we can have these curvatures. So this is a breakdown. I don't even know how to call it in this system, but yeah, it's stupid, but it's just for the arc of motion, right? So alright, so this of that. Alright, so I need to animate the facial expressions, the fingers on the hand, maybe fix some things on the wrist that seem to be a bit stiff, and there is something on, maybe some things in the, maybe some stuff in the, there seems to be something broken in the hair. Okay, let's reopen here. All right. Something seems to be a bit weird on the hair there. I don't know what's happening. I don't remember this thing, but it is happening. Maybe it's happening here, right? Let's see what... I think this is the control braid. Yeah, this... No, this is not... Okay, it is... No, we cannot rotate this. How do you control this? Okay, I haven't even touched that, but you see, maybe there's just a stupid keyframe somewhere. No, because apparently there's... Okay, now it's good. Apparently there was a interpolation here, while this seems to be just yeah. Okay, saving here. Let's return to what matters. So there's something about the foot that is mysterious that I'm trying to fix it. See that when the foot is here, it is stiffs a little, it's like freezes a little, and that it punches the ground. Like it holds, and I'm not really sure why this is holding. I think it's the interpolation here that I've made for this foot. It could be because of this keyframe here, because this is this madness thing that you see. It's not the foot that is rotated right here, is this thing. So this is the foot roll, right, which does this, and maybe it's just too much. The problem is that this thing is keyframed here, which is the contact pose, right? Maybe I should reduce this contact pose here. Yeah, I'm auto keying, right? And now of course something gets bad, because as I keyframe that, probably I need to, maybe I'll reset this one. Let's reset this one too. Apparently, okay, we're not gonna keyframe this one. All right, this goes back to normal. And then there is, of course, because yeah, this is the annoying part, I haven't found a solution for this. Like, I need to get this bone, copy this keyframe and paste it at the very beginning, frame 1, Control V. Okay, should not confuse with this one, which I haven't fixed. So this is the problem. There's two cycles here. We cannot make linked keyframes, right? So this is not very efficient, right? So I probably have to fix... Yeah, I'll get this pattern here, and this is super boring, right? But I don't think there's... Yeah, about... No, I don't know what I'm doing here. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna... Control... No. Okay, Control C. Control V, alright. And here we're gonna get this one. Control C. And Control V, alright. You see, it's still punching, so I'm still trying to figure out. It's because of the cyclic thing. It confuses me, because then I want to keyframe here. No, it is there, right? So probably the problem would be because I already tried to fix it. Strangely, I wasn't successful. I could never find where the problem is. It's some very stupid thing. Oh yeah, okay, because this one I haven't fixed yet. Okay. So this must equal this one, because this is repeated. Actually, all this is repetition, right? So that means I could do... Yeah, that means I could do... No, hold on, this is dangerous. Let's get this one and Control V here. Okay, now I have this whole thing. Well, just to make sure, let's do this, okay? Control V, alright. Now what happened? Okay, maybe the timing here is slightly different, but that's okay. That's not Oh, wait. What is a keyframe 41? Makes no sense to me, but anyways, if it looks good, it looks good. So the left foot seems to be fine. Let's see. In this middle here, it is snapping. It's barely noticeable, but it's not good. It's still, and as it repeats, it also snaps. So it's snapping. So maybe I suspect there might be even another bone involved that I'm not seeing here. I tried to see if it was this one, but apparently it was not. Why you have this thing keyframe? I don't want this root bone here. We don't. Yeah, I leave that keyframe here, but okay. So if it was a problem with this, is more logical. It will be it. Or this. Oh, okay. So what's happening is that they are. I see. So this foot is sliding. Yeah, it is grounded here, and then it keeps sliding back, I guess. Yeah. Okay. So the problem is not necessarily the foot here, the foot bone. So it's probably this bone here. I need to find, yeah, this keyframe, right? So, and then it starts to bend here, right? So apparently the problem is this one. Maybe I need to bring this before, right? Reset it. It shouldn't interpolate. So this is okay. This is hold, okay. It's better, but I don't like the snapping, so let's try to. This is a clear interpolation. Maybe there's a problem with the interpolation curve of this bone, but oh no, now this seems to have worked. Okay, so it has to just pull back this thing before the, yeah, and here also same thing. So what I could do here, okay, for the foot I haven't changed anything, but for this, usually it's not a good idea to have these things on different keyframes. The problem is that this kind of system is really terrible in 3D animation. It's like very stupid, the way they, okay, the thing is great when you are posing, but for animating this and this is like you lose contact with the ground. It's almost similar to the, sorry, drinking some sort of special tea, something like that. The Japanese or Chinese way that they made noise, make noise. So here is the, yeah, you need to counter the effects. This is why I'm treating this very special, because I just want it to be done and correctly. If we, it seems to be work, but now I think I can bring back this keyframe here to do something more interesting. Like it is hold here, but I'm gonna move it here, and I want it to be more aggressive here. That means that this keyframe here I want to do something more like here, right? It was like here in the beginning, but because I was trying to fix this problem, oh, here I have some bad rotation, right? So let's do this thing then. Yeah, now this is smooth, now this is good. Yeah, we can also make some exaggerate, but okay. So you see all this thing just to fix this madness. You could arguably, this will dispose of the foot. Yeah, this is actually interesting, right? We don't need this rotation here. This is totally stupid because the the foot can already do this. You just need to have the proper pivot point, right? Well, in this rig, you don't seem to have the proper pivot point for this. Yeah, very strange. I don't seem to have this control. Maybe it's this one. No. Wait. No. Well, yeah, anyways, so yeah, just thought we don't need this roll in the other direction, because this is, if I'm taking this for my rigs, for this is totally useless. It's just headache, because this is exactly what's causing me problem. Because if I had posed this by foot, yeah, if this foot allowed me to do that, but it doesn't, my rig does. So we just use the 3D cursor, right, to pivot this thing, so don't have any trouble with that. Yeah, we don't have the pivot. Oh, here we go. Okay, so, but this is another bone. You see, I don't want this bone. I would like this bone. The less, for me, good 3D animation, not good 3D animation, but in my experience, I come from 2D traditional animation. Like, I want to keep things simple. Of course, I want complex, good animation. And good, it's very relative to certain things, right? It depends on the style of the animation, right? It's not about smoothness only. Smoothness is garbage. Like, it's like is naturalistic motion. Everyone likes smooth, right? It's very easy to like smoothness, right? What is not so easy to, and it's not difficult to make, right? And 3D CG actually does the things by default, right? So it's like the in-between that animators or animator assistants or in-betweeners do, right? So that's a great advantage in CG and digital 2D animation, right? But anyways, what I was saying. Okay, so we fixed this. Yeah, so it was all because of this stupid bone that was wrong. So I need to reproduce this pattern. We can even count. It doesn't need to be equal, but wait, why don't have a keyframe here? This can be dangerous. Okay, I have this keyframe. So maybe I'm, just to be sure, I'm not sure, so I'm just gonna copy paste this foots here, right? It's just for this foot that is having this problem. And here we're gonna pick this, what is the name? Foot roll, right? The foot roll. Then I want to, yeah, so here, this is what happens after. So I gonna Control C and Control V here. Oops, that's not works. Doesn't work. Control C, Control V. Okay, I cannot override. There's another keyframe there, so I'm just gonna frame. It will be like 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, it's 2, right? So, oh, and here is 5. All right, so already something. 1, 2. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this to 2. F here. Oh no, really? Yeah, that's that. And then we're gonna, here is 49, so it's like gonna copy this and F here. Although there's something wrong, this, oh, there's a keyframe here for this. There's no need keyframe for this. Ah, so there's a keyframe here, but maybe this is incoherent. Well, let's, yeah, this keyframe is actually 38, right? So it's like yeah. Now let's see here. Now we see there's something is going nuts there. It's not about here, but it's because of yeah, we see that the probably what's happening is that we're getting, You see there are two curves there. But this is for this bone, right? It will be hard to see what it does because it's about rotation, right? Yeah, so it's not... one. Oh, okay, okay. So we're gonna place it here and then copy paste here. Maybe it's like this, and here we're gonna also... Not sure this will do anything. It's snappier. Yeah, you see, so there's... Here it's snappier again. So let's make this interpolation here. Let's see what happens in the beginning. Yeah, and now I get this problem. It's too far away, right? Why is what is it? Why is... And here we got 38, 78. All right. Ah, now I got it. Okay. Yeah, so I need to have this thing because unless I would use the NLA editor to have two actions on the same thing, right? So one action I would just focus on the, but that's more advanced, and actually that is more complicated. I'll just open an entire thing just to have... I don't like this process. It can be useful for certain cases, but for this case, I think it's overdoing it, right, in an analytic way. And this way, I'm trying to do it organic. So I think now we got it. So it's all us caused in part because of this interaction, right? You see, this bone, and I was having problems visualizing the... Well, the problem already existed even when I had just this cycle here, and before I made the one further. So and you see they're not equal here, totally equal, but we can fix this. I think it will be like... I don't understand though why, if this is 40, it ends here. So this 40 means actually 1 already. And this... Oh, so that's okay. So that's it. So that's why when I copy this, I paste in here. Now we have some... Yeah, so I have problem here with the calculations. Maybe I have some wrong calculation, but it doesn't matter if they are different. In this case, of course, I'd like to understand what's going on, but let's delete these markers. Maybe I should need a marker here, so let's see. Yeah, it's on the 80, which is out. So it's certainly... Yeah, it is here and here. So yeah, these are the same indeed. So this would end here if it was before. So this it also works, but then we don't have the whole motion of the arms. Okay, so this is like the new begin. So we're gonna M2 F2 cycle legs loop, yeah, body loop. Okay, one, because it's like keyframe is as if it were the frame 1. Yeah, fake frame one, right? And if I were to fix this positioning, right? So I would just need to see if that doesn't break the setup. So it will be like, so the number here is wrong counting, because this will be the 2, this will be the 3. So but anyways, what you see is that there are just two frames here, right? So it's like 1 1 2, yeah, actually. So this will bring here, and here there will be, let's count from 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, yeah, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So yeah, just this shouldn't break anything. And yeah, the rest I really don't care, but we got the idea here. And of course this was just one bone. What about this one? Yeah, so if I were to fix this just to make equal, this is very stupid, because the animation actually works, right? Even if we make some small tweaks here and there. What I like to play now is a bit about the foot here. So the problem is now that if I change here, if this is not really equal, I will keep having this kind of problem when I try to, if I make some cool change, then I would like to replicate it there. So this is why this is important to try to get this fixed by now. But I think I won't be doing anything very serious, right? The hands and the face, they are individuated in the in all here, so I don't have to repeat them. And the body, which is what is having the double cycle, is already working, right? So if I make some adjustments here, I've made this fix, and that I've sort of solved. But what I can do here is maybe make some stuff here. Let's see, make some, let's go some wilder motion. I would like to see the loop here. It's going too far. Maybe let's maintain it here. Okay, let's see this other one. I'd really like to rotate outside the foot, but it's already doing some job in the opposite direction, this walk. So yeah, like I'm afraid to break it too much, so but maybe we can do something like this. I don't know. Yeah, like I think if I could only rotate this from the right pivot now. Oh, I can. Okay. Yeah, this is a bit dangerous. I can't maintain the proper pivot, but yeah, why not doing this and maybe even that? I really like this, the tip of the foot to go stretch to some other direction, but I don't think we have a, maybe there is something here. Let's see. Tweaks. Do you have a toes? No, these are switch. F key leg maybe? No. Yeah, I think we don't have this, unfortunately. Okay, so not gonna mess with that. So yeah, what we could do here in this case would be to I'll have to get a keyframe here. That this is a bit dangerous, but okay, we can try like. Yeah, I want to retain this position here. Let's move this like. Yeah, exactly. So, and then I have a problem that I have to make the equivalent. So if that is 1 and that is 0, this is -1. So if this is 15, this is actually 14. So I'm gonna copy here. 14 will be here, right? Yeah, but we got some. Yeah, because the timing here is slightly different. Maybe it's time to try to fix that. So if this is 69, that is actually this is like 29. This is -1, this is +1, so this is like 70, but actually 30, right? 30, it's here, right? And this is 59, so 19, 20, okay, it is here. And here we have 15, this is 16. Oh, okay, because there's a duplicate here. Okay. And this is 9, this is 10. Okay, but we're gonna copy and paste. No. Copy and paste. There we go. Good. Okay, so now this... Let's try to improve this foot here. Yeah, it is already doing some job in that way, so I think this is good enough, yeah. Yes, way to walk, great. That's why you study walk cycles. But, you know, that I studied 20 years ago with the animation survival kit and other books, of course, but regarding walks, I think this walk cycles, that wasn't the best, this one was the best. It won't really work with quadrupeds though, not too much, so if you want to learn quadrupeds walk cycles, that really is not the book, but it sure gives some insight into apparently the quadrupeds is like the frontal legs, they are just like real legs, something like that. You can think like that. For me, I love animating humanoid characters and drawing, so quadrupeds I don't really know how to draw from memory too well. I've practiced, but the anatomy, right, it's too much proportion wise. Cats, dogs, yeah, cats maybe a little more. Horses I have done some, but horses are very tough, but very interesting. And cats, I think it will be great. Dogs, foxes, yeah, all these, tigers. I think yeah, I sort of missed the structural aspect. I just didn't train enough, didn't got enough curiosity or interest. I was too focused on my characters, 2D characters, but of course with some reference I can do good stuff, but I need to stop. It's not like spontaneously good stuff, like some artists are very keen on these creatures. For me it doesn't come really, but differently from biped's characters than stylized character, then that is freehand for me. So it's this, but I like to be more versatile. So yeah, that's why I've never did too much studies in the quadrupeds walk cycles. So if that animator survival kit book, the animators worked for quadruples very well, I would have been very keen on those now. But no, it's not that hard. Also, it's just that it's a different. You need to. There are different patterns, right? You need to make the body synchronize, and if you don't, the weird thing is that if you don't synchronize well, because like okay, here is have to synchronize the legs, the lower body with the upper body, okay, but with the quadruped it's like 2 pairs of legs, so it's like you can make crazy things if you if you mess up. So it's very easy to mess up. You need to know the usual interaction, right, between the front and the back part, right? And this is something I'm not very familiar with, but I've studied that, right? So I probably can do something from memory, the whole animation, but it might be off in a little aspect. And if we go into details, like if it is a horse, now you want to gallop, now you want to I don't know the names, you want to do that, you don't sprint, I don't know, you want to do all this, then I'm not really sure how each one of these patterns are. And there, of course, in animation you can also be creative and create new patterns, make new patterns. So this is the whole thing for me. It's not like just reproducing the motion of nature. This is like the scientific approach to animation, right? Or naturalistic approach. This doesn't really interest me. It's good for study, it's good to know, but in the end what you want is to make, what I want at least, or many animators want, is they want to create crazy motion that may look natural, but maybe they are not so natural. But they are elegant, they are cool, they don't exist in reality, and that's what makes the animation work. And that's the good thing about animation art form, right? So but yeah, it depends on the animator, I think, and the job, the work you're doing. So I think but there are some preferences usually, and for me, I don't like the wrist thing here. I think it feels like it's breaking. Maybe I forced too much the rig here for exaggerations, right? So, but I don't think I can totally. So I'm gonna try to. Oh, it seems that. This is probably the pole target. Looks like a pole target thing. I'm gonna repose this to try to. Yeah, this sounds a bit weird, right? Yeah, this will sort of ruin my animation, right? But a little, but I think this for a good cause, so it's not too much that will be compromised here. Let's look for. Yeah, I need to keyframe this probably. Okay, I don't know what this. Let's delete this one here. This is the pole target. can this be solved by pull target? Yeah, it can. So let's move this. Probably the rig didn't. That could be bendy bones, right? Let's see. No, there are no bendy bones here, so why? There are probably some bone constraint, which is... Yeah, you have this target forehead, forearm. There might be some bendy bone somewhere still. World space. Ah, could be a keyframe thing, right? Maybe I'm gonna delete these keyframes here. Maybe it's this one, I don't know. No, these are for the fingers. I haven't touched the fingers, so I'm gonna try to... Okay, so it's probably something about the control bones. I need to find a way to get this thing correct. So let's hide a lot of stuff here that we don't need. Yeah, this. So I think I can solve this with this, right? So we're gonna look careful at this. Yeah, so it's something about the... It's something about the texture, right? I don't remember this feature in the hand, in the wrist. I think this is a texture mistake. It confused a little, but I think that's okay. Let's see here. Okay, so far it doesn't seem to break. Alright, this seems fine. Here it breaks. Ah, here. Okay, so... Alright, so there's something about breaking here. So we're gonna repose this. So I need to maintain this way. Alright. So since we have this, we're gonna also reposition this and force some exaggeration here. Ah, this then we start to break because apparently this okay, we pull this down. Maybe here we're gonna, let's see, where does it goes. We're gonna move this here. All right. Okay, I think that was solved. Let's look for other errors of that kind. That seems to be solved. Let's look for the other hand now. So it's probably a pull target thing, which is twisting badly the... Okay, so here it seems to be... I don't want to miss anything. Let's see. Yeah, I think here we got everything. All right. All right. All right. And good, good, good. So this is solved. So let's be careful about this pull target because it can... So ideally, we'd like to have this aligned with the... It will facilitate, right? If we had this pose alongside the keyframes of the hand, which it is. Yes, it is aligned. Sometimes there is not having the pose, right? But we can, yeah, we can have this pose here, right? This is control. What is the name of this? I key hand. Okay, apparently this. Okay, there's no I key hand here, so I'm gonna just delete this too. Simplify stuff. Okay, let's look again. So this and this. Here we don't need this pull target, or maybe we need. Ah, yeah, maybe this we. Maybe I want this hand here. Because... yeah, this sounds important. Then we have hand and no pull target. Then we have the... Just make sure it's not breaking again. No, it's okay. Then we have hand. We could have the... yeah, we're gonna do this. Here, we're gonna move this to... this is the pull target. Gonna bring it here, right? Just to the side and here. It's okay, they are aligned. I think this is nice. Then for the other side, double select. So the hand is here. And the pull target is here, so I'm gonna move here. Hold on. Yes, exactly. So here we don't have... we have the hand, but we don't have the pull target. So I'm gonna insert keyframe here, right? Here, same thing. Insert keyframe. Then here we have the... and the pull target, but we don't have the hand. So here we're gonna delete. Should work. So here we're gonna just, yeah, keep doing this. And keep doing this. All right, done. Okay, so we got all this together. Alright, so now I think I'm gonna focus on the fingers, because yeah, there's no keyframe. I don't know how this rig works for the fingers. So is this tweaks? No, these tweaks are not for the fingers. Main control, yeah, so I have some controls. I key leg, I key arm. No, this is F key arm, sorry. Okay, so this is just stuff that I don't... yeah, I don't have the... there's some switch, right? Okay, probably I'll need this. Face controls, this will do later. Spine system, what is this? Hidden, yeah, all that is useless. Okay, for the control rig. So you see that all these bones, they might have some color here. Okay, I've checked, we don't seem to have in this current file, we don't seem to have pose assets. Yeah, I don't have, sadly, if I'm doing this correct, then we don't seem to have pose assets. So this is very sad. But that's okay, we can... so apparently this does that. Okay, I don't know how to do this rig. something probably about some. Now these are not bone constraint. Sorry, they are mechanisms here. So these are some target. What is this target? Okay, so this is this kind of rotator. Okay, but it's just for these parts of the the phalanxes, and it just bends in this direction. Okay, okay, I got it. So this is a whole bender. Okay, so it's like we rotate this with X, we could get probably the, so this will do this, right? This is the thumb, all right? I prefer auto IQ option, right? It's just too good. And I've just found a rig. Maybe I'll show. Yeah, maybe another day. I'm not sure. No, I'm gonna make a demonstration at the end. Okay, so you have same thing here. I think this is strange rig for it's interesting, but I think it's too analytic. I don't like. I just like this. Yeah, I just like this. And what is this? Yeah, okay. So no, this. Hold on. This also can do. Okay, this is nice. Yeah. So I miss something like this in my rig, right? Really, I have other features, but this is something So I know how to do this with. If I could target the mechanism rig for an offset of the control rig, because the thing is that it's probably how this is done here, because these are control bones, but they are not bone constrained. So this changed them probably in their mechanism. So it's like the parent here is control index. The parent here is control hand index 0. Is this? Yeah, it's apparently is this one. Sorry. And hand pinky. Yeah, it's apparently it's exactly this name here. I don't understand, but hand pinky 0. Okay, apparently the parent is this, but I don't know why it's not seems to be connected. Ah, because this bone is like here. Okay. Yes, it is here. So you control 4 if you don't see that this is the structure. Okay. So it's parented, but this one is probably. How this is moving? Oh, it's a driver. Might be a driver. No? Probably it's parent to something else. Control hand ring. Okay, there's another. Okay, there's a control hand ring there. So I'm gonna look at this bone manager. So it's probably a mechanism bone. Ah, here. F key switch hidden. So this is hand ring, right? So this one is a mechanism bone that is it's parent to some target hand switch. I don't know why, but it is just a local space on this value to the hand pinky. All right. I'm thinking how can I implement. So this to affect directly the control rig, just as this one, and so they are free to. So this is very interesting. This is very interesting thing. So like you don't you have them free, right? Yeah, so that's the trick. So you have two parent bones, which are mechanism bones, and they control by F key, right? But then they have this automation here, and so lower value here, larger value, and full value here, of course, because this is the one that suffers the direct transform. So that means that, yes, in my case, I would make these mechanisms, they would be behind, even more behind, because they would be part of a, there will be some sort of forking, yeah, metacarpal bones. They will be previous to the metacarpal bones, which be control bones, and then yeah, that will be a crazy rig. Not mess with that. Okay, we know how this is working, so we're gonna try to make this animation. So you see that the problem now is that there is absolutely no keyframes in this. So in order to do something good, I'm just gonna start by deleting this stuff. Let's just add some eye here. I think this, I hope this includes everything. Yeah, scale, rotate, okay, everything. Eye, great. This is what I need here. I don't care about if that takes space. I just need to make sure that everything is set. Probably I wouldn't use the scale, but still it's okay. It's inside here, so I don't I usually won't be working. The idea, I think the idea for this good workflow of animation, 3D animation in a software, CG software like Blender is like first, my rule is do not use curve editor. Of course, professionally don't do this. Probably these jerks, they think that this is the marvel of the world, but it certainly has some usefulness. But I think this, because of my background, you see, I can do all this. I haven't even touched the curve editor. I've just touched the curve editor for trying to find a solution for for that looping broken breakdown that was happening. It has nothing to do with curve editor. Actually, it's just about having the breakdown keyframe to be split, the splitting to have repose and re-keyframe what is before it, which should be here, and what is after it, which will be here, because this keyframe, breakdown keyframe, will occur here at frame 1, and here in my case at frame 80, but it is split, right? So the keyframe is split in two, and you have to make it, and Blender understand that, okay, you want the curvature to get from the next keyframe for the same bone, and for the previous keyframe for somewhere here, right? And then we can then reshape the motion path, right? So okay, we have this one. We're gonna just do this Control C, Control V, right? And yeah, I'll start like this. So let's see what we can do here. That'll be funny. So I hope that it doesn't work. So why it's not working? So apparently there's something here that it's not recognizing the keyframes that exist anywhere here. For example, for the hand. This is sad because maybe I have to have at least it visible. Left and right. Now this is too confusing. Okay. So you see, because my rig is not organized, I don't have the features here because I'm using a version that's probably breaking the rig slightly. I have the rig UI, so I'm having the bone collections. I don't have all the features ideal features for this animation, but that's fine. So let's see here. No, I still don't have it. So if I select the, no, it was the right hand, right? So let's see. Okay, so here I can watch them, but this is not what I wanted. Really, I wanted to do it from here. I don't know why it is not working. I know it's something about here. Maybe they've changed something here. Show markers, sync visible range, show extremes, show real-time adjust, show sliders. Let's go friends. Adjust list operation sidebar. No. Okay, no, it's not anything like that. It shows slide real-time updates, show handles and show curve extremes. What the hell is this? Okay, I haven't seen anything, so it doesn't. Auto merge keyframes, show markers. No. Use timecode. No. Sync visible range. Synchronized. Maybe they changed it. Synchronize the visible timeline range with other time base. No, this is not. It's nothing to do here. But I don't know. Don't remember exactly what that does. So it's not this. No, it's nothing here. So it should be here. So basically it's this, and this is the same, right? Okay, we don't see the, I can control here. So this is the very bad thing that we need to fix in Blender default. So okay, so maybe it's not, no, it's nothing to do with this option here. So it's not sync visible range. Oh, here. Only show selected. Okay. There is it. No. Okay, so it's not this. It's something only show, but it doesn't seem to be only show. No. Only show errors. No. Yeah, okay, so maybe they changed the way this works in this version. So they basically had to uncheck something here like this, and then you could do this because the keyframes are here. So maybe because they are changing everything, they want to destroy the timeline in editor, which is a good thing actually. One less editor to care about in this organization. So I think maybe it's here. Show hidden. No. No. Okay, maybe. But it's not what I really wanted. So, but maybe now this is working. Okay, maybe only show selected. Oh, I see. So maybe this option now is sort of. Okay, let's try to do something here. I'm gonna hide this arm stuff here. And it doesn't work because... Okay, so I'm just gonna hide this. Okay, good. Okay, we got this. And now let's try this. No. You see there are keyframes here, but it only responds in the timeline. Yeah, so I believe they broke the setup. Because you could navigate without needing to see anything in here. But apparently now what we can do is we need to do this from here, right? But I don't even know what are those keyframes. What is this? Annotations? Yeah, no, this is other stuff. Yeah, so it's nothing to do here. Yeah, so this is very bad. So I don't know, right here, I'm in the action editor. They probably changed the behavior and brick the solution that I've used. It was never very, it was always obscure anyways. RD7 edits, hello. Hi, hello. Well, how are you doing, bro? They're doing some animations here with walk cycles, as you can see. And now I'm going to address the fingers. And I'm trying to fix something, but in this Blender 4.5.1 LTS, this solution that I was trying to navigate here doesn't work. You see, I'll have to just enable the left arm here and have it selected, so it will, yeah, so in this way I'll be able to see where the keyframes are. Okay, just in order to navigate, so we're gonna adjust to keyframe them in the similar, yeah, in the equivalent of the hand. Okay, so could be here. Let's see, what about this, right? So actually let's use local, yeah, this. All right, since we are here, we'll also gonna do for the other, yeah, it will gain time, so we need to, yeah, let's do some quick things here. Select this, Shift H, right? Now we're gonna, okay, let's assume this is, yeah, we want to make maybe here, yeah, so okay, so here at this point we're going to no, let's this seems to be twisting the hand wrongly. Maybe I just reset it. Yeah, maybe it's yeah, let's do it RR, it will be better. No need to go analytic here. So we're gonna, yeah, this spreading of the fingers is nice. Why you can have anything here, really. Here you can do something else also. Let's see, the hand is going there, so let's try to do something like this. And for this we, okay, also I have another idea here. There are more bones here that worth doing something. This one, let's make yeah, this will sort of be not very nice, but it's Shift T, I think. No, this is not. It's my shortcut for the selection sets. Where is selection sets? I think I need to make it here. Yeah, let's add hands, whatever, fingers, yeah, this assign, and so Shift T, no, it's not, this Shift, select, Shift A, weird shortcut. Okay, because they call this a, apparently this shortcut override my, that's a good shortcut, but Shift T I preferred for this. Okay, so let's do Shift A then. Yeah, because selection sets, okay. Oh, we can adapt, yeah, let's give the default here. So, alright, so we're gonna Shift A, Shift H, and now we're gonna, I need to do something about these two bones here. We're gonna return to keyframe 1, insert keyframes here, go to the left, insert keyframe here, and now that's nice. Now we're gonna use this to okay, let's try. This is what I need. Yeah, actually, for the shown bones, that's very important, right? For the bones that are showing in the armature here, show, and their channels, show. Yeah, exactly. And show hidden, what will be just the everything, right? Garbage. I don't want that in this case. So it's yeah, we want this. Now we can see the, and now you can navigate. Okay, even if we don't have the right bone select. Okay, so now I need to pick this. You said there's no keyframe here, so you're just gonna wait. Why this is doing this? It turns out to be a different behavior. Okay. So anyways, yeah, then maybe there's a bug. Don't seem to be coherent. I wanted it to navigate here, right? So anyways, need to be in the timeline. Okay, so here we're gonna get here. We want not exactly here, but when the hand comes here, yeah, when the hand is coming here, we want to spread this like here, like some stretching thing. Maybe it's a bit too much, but anyways, we're gonna reset anyways. Yeah, maybe it's not very visible. Not really doing the effect that I want. Maybe I overdid. We will start a bit later this, like so Control C, Control V. Yeah, about here. Now, yes. And maybe we can do some other stuff here, like yeah, let's try that. Yeah, I think we got the wrong keyframe here. F. Okay, snap here. Then as we get here, all right, so this is reset. Now let's make it closer here. Then here we can already do this. Okay, this is nice, and but we could have some other effects. Here I'd like to control the fingers, right? So we can like this. Yeah, maybe like this. All right, so, and for the other hand, let's see if this is working. Okay, like here, and here we want like that. All right. Then here we don't have, didn't move this. Let's make some, get some soundtrack back here, folks. Hold on. It's Mass Effect. That's not the best soundtrack for this, what I'm doing. Let's try something else. The Flux. Yeah, this one is better. I think you can listen. Okay, let's go back. So here we want... Yeah, it is already touched. No, it's displaced. Okay, let's see. Okay, so here we want to... Okay, same thing here. We're gonna bring... We want this one to... It's this, right? So Control C, Control V. Then we're gonna go about here, and with this bone we're gonna do this. Then we want to, yeah, can reset, or maybe not reset, just something like that. Then we got here, and here we want, yeah, maybe place this here. Maybe this we exaggerate a little more here. There's the thumb, but okay, here what we could do, we need to reset this stuff, right? So about here we're gonna try to reset. So reset everything here. And well, not really exactly gonna use this to do something like that, right? And then here, of course, here I'd like to have some stretch and squash stuff, but this is dangerous enough what's happening here. So I just could, here it could get some more effect here. Not sure this is safe. We're gonna, yeah, I'm gonna try this. Let's see. Yeah, this sort of works, but we need to fix this. Like, when we got here, maybe we're gonna try to do something like this. And this we're gonna try to move like here. There's some breaking there, of course, because this keyframe, this is not good, right? So we need to gonna yeah, so apparently we got all this here. I'm gonna copy this to the here, all right? But I think here we can rework some stuff. I think we gonna make this thing okay. Now we copy this summary thing and we're gonna paste to the variant there. And there is something here that is a bit difficult to see what's going on. So probably here we're gonna readjust this. Yeah, we're gonna we need to change this this motion here. The whole hand thing here could be different, maybe. Yeah, more curved here. Okay, there, see. But here we want to exaggerate. Yeah, this is already quite exaggerated, so but still we're gonna exaggerate a little more. I'm looking for some breaking thing on the joints. No, it seems to be working. Okay, so now what's really happening with this is that the fingers, they are too stiff, right? So I need to find a way to pose them. So for that, there are these ones. And these ones, so otherwise everything is too stiff. And then it will create some awkward effect, even though it is cool. It's not, if certain things they are not harmonized, then that's a problem, can be a problem, at least for what I'm doing here. I'm trying to do, so we need to make some adjustments here. So we're gonna fingers 2 here assign so that we can, yeah, so you see this would not be sufficient because we don't see the right, so we need to have, okay, so I think I can just keep 50 fingers 2 and maybe we can just work with this. Yeah, maybe this is sufficient. So then from here we can I don't like this controllers, right? I don't have, wait, I key works. So I'm using auto I key and I didn't know, but yeah, they have connected parenting and this is why I can do this. The I keychain is just one and 2, and if I go 3, probably it doesn't go more than that. So this is the, it's I keychain length, auto I key length of 2, right? So that's exactly, because this with auto keying option enable, this will keyframe everything exactly as I want. Yeah. All right, so we can have this manipulation. Let's see, the thumb should be the same thing. The thumb is more complicated because we don't have here I key inverse kinematics customization for this bone, so they were not really this rig was not really what I'm doing here is a bonus because this rig didn't consider auto I key option, but we can use it. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna keyframe there. Yeah, we're gonna keyframe everything here, right? Because I'm not sure if we're gonna use, so probably we're gonna need. Wait, I'm not gonna do this. So actually, I'm just gonna, yeah, on demand, I'll just see what could be useful. So yeah, then we have some problem with the okay, let's do this and see what. Of course, I'll need to reset these bones. What are they? Yeah, lots of bones were picked here. I'm assuming all these ones here. Yes, the other one is a major controller, so it's not here. Okay, so gonna select this, go back to 1 and Alt R, and okay, reset from here. There we go. Also gonna copy this and paste in the 80 there. Okay, I got some mistake here. No, hold on. Okay, this exact. Okay, so we have now this, all right, for this hand, and then maybe here we could reset again. This is dangerous because these hands, yeah, I cannot just hide them right now. I need to exclude the hands here. Yeah, maybe like this. Yeah, good. Okay. Lock the hands. So at least we can navigate on them, but they are not editable. So gonna just copy this, and yeah, they are not great. So they are not pasted. So you need to find here. Okay, so here we need to make these fingers less stiff, maybe about here. So we're gonna pick all these ones. This seems to be slightly distorted. Let's too much bent fingers, right? Let's try this. Okay. Then when it reaches here, we can already reset again. I have to fix this. It seems to be twisting and deforming too badly. And as for here, oh yeah, this is a good pose to. Okay, so the last one, yeah, we can. Yeah, we can also rotate here, but I prefer using the auto IQ option. Even though we don't have the ideal controls here for that, but we can make it work. Yeah. And now, of course, we'll have to Yeah, so something about the pinky that I need to... Well, maybe you can... Yeah, this RY, yeah, RY maybe can fix the... It seems to be locked here. Okay, so we're gonna try to... It's because of this one. Maybe I exaggerated a little. Okay, we're gonna... Maybe the auto IQ option is causing a little disruption on the... It's visible that something already is happening to the... on occasions there, and so gonna... Yeah, so it's something about the unfortunately this keyframed... I think I've grabbed some bone that is the mechanism bone. Yeah, probably I grabbed the mechanism. Yeah, I need to reset this. These bones were grabbed accidentally, I guess. No? No, okay, so it's not the case. So it's really... this bone here, which unfortunately got... Yeah, it got manipulated. Yeah, that's it. No, it's... How the hell does this happen? Okay, maybe I have to restructure some stuff here. Yeah, I need some I key locks, or be very careful about those posings. This posing is like... like it seems like I'm moving something else when I pose. Ah, this pose here, it breaks. Yeah, the joint here seems to be too low, I think, too advanced. But okay, so we can make some slight improvements here, and it won't look that weird. So it helped change the... Okay, so you don't want to be looking at this. Let's go back. This other hand, I think I haven't worked it out. Yeah. Yeah, those are absolutely not worked out. So you need to... reset. Go back to the beginning. All right, so go back to the very end. Maybe actually we got some keyframes here, so we're gonna Control C, Control V. All right, start with this. At this point, we can insert a reset. Time to save. So here we're gonna compare. Okay, so here we want... Did I place this in anywhere of interest? Yeah, sort of. Although it should be before, right? Yeah, it should, or after actually, yeah, about here. And now we can... Okay, now I have too many bones and this is not helping anymore. Okay, I'm gonna copy this. Control C here. Let's look for the... Okay, about here, so we're gonna Control V here for this. Now, here we're gonna change this to match the other. Now we're gonna be extremely careful about the... Okay, these bendings cannot go in all directions. Yeah, so pose for rotate Y, derotate, and then do the... This one, I think it's already fine. Good. All right, so here. And then we need to reset them about here. And then we need to find where is the keyframe for this. Yeah, we want to reset about here, so... Maybe a bit earlier. Or maybe actually a bit later. Yeah, this is better. And then the rest is what we know. So this, I think this fixed the... Checking if there's... Oh, apparently there's a leap in the arm here. You need to... Here. Something about... So this is too fast motion. I think this is because of... Gonna... Okay, solved. It was too close to the elbow. No, it's good. Now I would like just to make some... See, there's some jump in the glasses too. It's very face, right? It's very subtle, but it was manual physics, right? Very simple. I really like to make some facial expression, but I don't have any idea right now, so I have to... this was also too long to make the hands, the fingers, right? It could be way more nightmarish than that, but I was lucky enough to found this auto eye key possibility. And yeah, some pose of the hand maybe... Oh, here is not the part of the loop, right? Maybe there's one or other things broken, but overall this is quite good, in my opinion. So there are some expressions. Maybe some... We lost some of the basic state of the hands, but we gain other things in exchange. Overall, I think this is nice. And then we have... the head already decided how it would move. There's some clipping there on this part, so again looks like that. Because I'm not sure how this works, I'm just gonna... Oh, no, this is the head, right? Yeah, no, not the head. Sometimes this happens and I don't understand what's going on, so... Probably they need some keyframing of some sort. Oh yeah, so this keyframing that seems to... Now there's a jumpiness. Yeah, there's some sort of spike in the... I think it's because of the physics, the... whatever, something about the loop that it doesn't... Maybe it has this problem of requiring some sort of previews. So in that case, let's... okay, so let's try something like... I don't see it keyframing properly. It seems to be resistant to... the controls are a bit bizarre for this. I don't quite understand, but this seems to... Yeah, so just here... Okay, let's insert keyframe here, and then for here also let's do this. It is... yeah, when it loops, something about... this won't help, right? But we see... oh, I see there. It's cut off. Of course, this amount of range will not... as well very... there. This is when it's breaking. Is it this one? Yeah, this one. Looks like now we got some sort of more adequate curvature there. But it's sort of hard to get this thing set in place. Okay, let's try this. I think it's get even worse now. Yeah, it's not working. Maybe also this one has a problem. And it affects, yeah, so it also affects. This one is just about rotation, so I think this is not... Yeah, so it's probably about this one, just this one. And let's see, is this equivalent? Yeah, it is. Possibly something broke in the rig of this thing, I don't know. Maybe I accidentally keyframe something here. No, there's nothing to... Okay, so I'm even gonna delete this one. Bone dynamics. What is this? Some dumped track or something like that. Does it occur for this side as well? If it occurs, it's very hard to see, but for this other braid, yes, for sure. There is a breaking thing. Okay, maybe it's about the rotation as well, so we're gonna... of this one, so we're gonna also insert keyframes here. We're gonna Control C, Control V, all right. Okay, maybe if I reposition this, no, same problem. Make more pose. Okay, maybe this needs a different keyframe then. No, they're too dangerous. That wasn't happening before, so it's unfortunate if I can't get this thing to work. It's like distractive in a horrid way. Yeah, no matter what I do, it just doesn't. It might be something about how it works. So maybe it's not supposed to work with this, with the F curve cycle. Maybe if you watch this thing in its curve, maybe you can see something weird. No, we don't see anything weird. Okay, so I'll ignore this, try to ignore, and we got just the facial expression left. Yeah. Her eyes are blank, so I need to be careful in this version. They are not. Something about the shadings in this version. So fortunately, she has these glasses. I need to take care about them not showing in the final results. All right, folks. So here, I think that will be it for this workflow here. So this, I'm just not gonna complicate too much for the facial expression. I'm just not gonna do this today online. So that will complete this this walk cycle. Yeah, this is good stuff. Good experience for me in 3D animation. And take care, folks. Happy blendering, and see you next time. I'm doing these streams like on occasion, so it's not every day, but usually at this time in the night, night time here. So probably if I come back doing stuff, will be more animation, not this stuff, but something else, and also rigging perhaps for the time being. That's it, folks. See you soon, and I hope you like the content. See ya. And thanks for watching.